What's up y'all, today I'm showing you how to get the latest Steam client on Windows 7. So if you're encountering issues like this lately, where when you try to update a game or install a game, you get hit with content unavailable or something like that, this will fix the issue. So first step is you want to close your Steam client, so shut it down. Open up your thingy down here, like pop-up menu, right click on it, hit exit Steam. Let it shut down. Then we'll move on to the next step. So open a new tab of Chrome, we're going to search vxkex, and you want to click the top link from i486. Open that up. If you have a browser guard installed, just click continue to this website. Okay, now before we download it, we are going to need to open up our settings for our browser. So for example, Chrome, click the three dots in the top right corner, hit settings, and you want to go down to privacy and security on the left. And you need to click on security, this tab here, and go no protection, because it's a false positive that we are downloading, because it's injecting files into the system. It's basically telling it, hey, Windows 7, we are going to be Windows 10 for this application. It's basically saying that in order for us to download it. So before we go ahead and download it, after we've done this, we want to go back down to the hidden icon pop-up menu and double click on the Windows Defender. We're going to have to go to settings and real-time protection and turn off real-time protection for this. And we can turn it back on after we've installed it, because like I said, it's a false positive. It needs to inject files into the system to tell it, hey, we're going to be Windows 10 when this is active, so we can download the files. So click on save changes. Yes. Alright. Now we can go ahead and install the latest version here. So click this on releases. Scroll down to the second exe. We don't want to download the first one, just the second one, the release. Press on it and it'll go ahead and install. So you can see, just a couple seconds, and it might give you a pop-up like this file or something like that. And just click like keep file. Depends if your browser says that or not. So we've got vxkex installed. You do not need to uninstall your existing Steam client or games or anything, just leave it as is. Also make sure your Windows 7 is up to date, so we can go over to the Windows Update, type that in the search bar, open it, check if it's up to date, and that you have the latest security update installed. So once we've done that, we're going to need to install one more thing, and then we'll be finished. And the last thing that we're going to need to install is called Legacy Updater. So come to this website here, legacyupdate.net, click on that, scroll down to the screen arrow and click on Install Legacy Update. You're going to want to open it and click yes, and click yes on this, tick those two, and hit install. There we go, it's installed. Should now open up a Internet Explorer page, and here we go, we are in the Legacy Updater, and you can let it check for the latest updates. However, I already have the latest updates, so we don't need to do that. You can see this is the version here. I already have Service Pack 1 installed. So if you already have the latest update installed, let's just exit out of that. And we are all set. So close off. Oh, actually, what you can do is return on standard protection on Chrome. So that's ready. And then click X on Google. Alright. So now we're ready to install vxkex. Open your Windows Explorer, go to your downloads, and see kex setup, Just open that, click run, and hit install. Press on yes. Press on open vxkex global settings advanced, finish. Press the pop-up down here, press yes. You can close Windows Explorer now. And hit add vxkex to the normal context menu. And then just hit OK. So we've got vxkex installed now. We can go over to the Steam shortcut, right click on that, hit open file location, and we can see the Steam exe here. We want to right click on that, go to properties, go to the vxkex tab, and hit enable vxkex for this program, report a different version of Windows, and we want to use Windows 10. That's all done. We hit OK. Now we can double click on that, and we'll see that Steam is now going to install the newest client. So just let that install up, and I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, as we can see, Steam has finished. It's opened by itself. We've installed the latest client, so just let it log in. Shouldn't need to re-log in because we didn't even uninstall the old client, we simply updated it. So, you can see we're now in the new client, so just click close on this promotion thing. And boom, my TF2 is already updating by itself, as you can see. So if you have any games that failed to install or failed to install the updates, they will automatically start updating already when you launch it. So as you can see, my TF2 is now updated, and I'm good to go. I can now play this. However, one thing I would recommend you do is you switch back to the old client after you have installed your updates and stuff, because it causes some issues when trying to launch games and things. So for example, on TF2 here, if I look at the store page and hold on, just give it a second here. Also, you'll notice that the red banner is gone at the top where it says Steam will stop running on Windows 7 in like 1 day or whatever. That's gone now. So yep. If we come down here to the system requirements, we can see that it's supported for Windows 7. Right, so this game will work with Windows 7. But for example, if we go onto something like CS2 and we go to the store page and we scroll down, we need Windows 10 minimum. Now, even though we're saying that we're running Windows 10, it's still not going to work because we're actually running Windows 7. It just works on games with the new compression method to install the updates. So anyway, you can go ahead, download your updates and things, and download your games that failed to install and stuff, and then you'll be good to go, and I'll show you how to revert back to the old client. Alright, all my things have been installed, and we can now go ahead and switch back to the old Windows 7 client in order for them to work. So as you can see, that took quite some time if you look at my time here. But anyway, all we need to do is close Steam, open up our hidden icon menu again, right click on Steam, exit Steam, let it shut down. You can see shut down. Now what we want to do is open our Windows Explorer. I would recommend you uninstall after you haven't done this because it can interfere with the antivirus and cause performance issues. So if your system specs aren't very good, I definitely recommend uninstalling it. Otherwise you can just skip this bit, but I would still recommend that you uninstall the installer. You'll just have to reinstall it the next time you update, unfortunately, but that's just how it is. At least you're able to play the games. So just put this in the rubbish bin. I already have this installed, so I can also put it in the rubbish bin. We'll just empty recycle bin here, and then we'll go to the computer tab, hit uninstall or change program, scroll down, we find vxkex here, double click on it, uninstall it, finish. Now it's uninstalled, and close that off. We can go ahead, hit the pop-up menu again, double click on the antivirus, turn it back on, because we're done with it. So if you don't delete it, it'll just pop up here and it'll cause a little bit of performance issues, especially if you're on a not very good system. It's happened to me and I just decided it'd be best to uninstall it, and it seems to be fine. So open your Steam again, just from the shortcut, and it'll now install the old client again. So let that install up, and then I'll be back. Alright, and as you can see, we're done. We're now just automatically Steam launched, and we should be logged in now to the old client again. So press close on the pop-up, and yeah, as you can see, we now have the banner again that we're running the old client. So you can open up your library now, and I'll show you. I'll just launch up TF2 real quick, and you'll be able to see that it's going to work. So TF2, hit play, and we'll let it launch now. Yeah, so we're gonna see it's now launching up. So this will be the latest version of the game, but we're just running the old client, which will make the game be able to run. So yeah, there you go. Pretty peak intro right here, as always. Gotta love it. And yeah, bam. You can see we're loaded in now. So yeah, you can see it works. Yeah, so it should be able to work for your games as well. Just make sure that they are compatible with Windows 7, otherwise they most likely will not work. You can give it a try, you might get lucky, some games may be able to, but yeah, if you have any issues, just drop a comment down below, I'll help you out. Yeah, that's really all there is to it, not too much, pretty easy. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one.